a big deficit month for the U.S. Treasury. The government ran $291 billion deficit in July.
This deficit occurred despite the claim that tariffs rose.
These bigger deficits being fueled by higher spending that hit an all-time record for the month of July last month.
Trump is in full panic mode as we are completely collapsing or collapsed. However you want to look at it, it is abomination, which is a really big word for really big problems. It's detestable. It's disgusting. It's the truth. And this image here is a representation of your economy. This is also jobs. This at the same time. God Besant is pumping his bags. Trump is pumping his bags. If you're like, pumping bags, what are you talking about? I'm talking about money printing, not the Fed. This is the Treasury. Guys, this, if you're wondering, why stock market go up? Well, and up. This isn't the stock market. This is M2. Look at that. Off the charts, all-time highs. Where do you think all this debt that is stolen from your paycheck's going to end up? My guess is crypto, stonks, and offshore. Also, in regards to all of the bad economic data, you know how you fix it? This is how you fix it. Either get a really good chef, ask the last black president we had how his chef is doing, cook the books, or don't even talk about the books existing. Epstein. Then gaslight people when they ask you about it. Hey, like the Epstein thing? Oh, you still on that? Oh, and we haven't checked in on that Maxwell thing. And what released allows Gasoline Maxwell to leave prison? I'm shocked. But it's okay, you guys. Again, everything on the show, your head's going to snap back unless you're intoxicated or you're in one of those neck braces where you can't snap it back. U.S. News, did Gasoline Maxwell get work release? See, she's not, it's just, she's still in prison for child. I don't know. If I continue with that, this video will be shelved. But here's what we know. Files are still on someone's desk and at some point, are we being punked? Sorry, I'll never say that again. But yes, this is the world we live in. I know this because I've been doing it for a while. And it just keeps repeating. When you're younger, you're like, yeah, we're going to do this. And then people stab you in the back, right? And then you're like, wait a minute. All these cycles keep repeating. But look at this. Talking about cooking the books. Trump picked for BLS. Commissioner floated suspended, like suspending the monthly report, right? Well, if it looks really bad, either cook it or suspend it. I'm going to go with cook it. First, they floated the suspect, like, oh my gosh, it's been so, well, here, I'll let you listen to someone. Carolina. And then we're going to get to this. This right here, the deficit, 20, this, again, unless you have a neck brace on, will snap your neck. After I show you this, we will all stop breathing. Here we go. We'll watch PBS News. Like, are we 5?
Will the Bureau of Labor Statistics continue?
Let me hop over to YouTube where it's better audio and video.
Continue to put out monthly jobs reports?
Okay, he asks, are you going to continue to put out monthly job reports? Head goes down.
Well, look,
this is where you start politicking, right? Where you're like, well, you know, when your kid comes home, you know, I don't know, he fails a class. Well, it's your fault because you let me stay out so late and over the last...
Well, look, what I'll tell you about the Bureau of Labor Statistics,
Biden's
I believe
fault.
that is the plan and that's the hope, and that these monthly reports will be data that the American people can trust. As you know, the Bureau of Labor Statistics has made massive revisions after the last several points.
Okay, you can't forget it. I'll give Carolina another shot at it.
Reports that they have put out. All
right, you got it. Although I do got to hand it to the orange guy. He always hires hot blonde chicks, which, okay, yeah, all right. This guy is not so much of a hot blonde chick. He was the one that, this is where everyone's like, oh, we have Spark. The world is not going to trust our data. Trump's BLS pick sparks alarm. And that's when the guy's like, well, why don't we just pause it then? About that point, Trump's like, okay, you're fired. Let's hire another hot blonde chick. I do have to note, they are actually very smart. These women are very smart. Which to me, a hot girl and a smart girl is called a unicorn. It's very difficult to find. But if you do find one, it's going to be 100% crazy. There's no such thing as a hot blonde or hot brunette. Yeah, she's like so chill. Now, I'm not saying that they don't exist because unicorns exist. Now, breaking news. Do you have your neck brace on? This is the moment we've all been waiting for after all that money printing. U.S. July budget deficit up 20% year over year, despite record. Okay, so we got a shat ton of tariff income, but I know from teaching 55 years of my life, when I say this, you're like, I don't even know what. Grok, I have some help here. What is 20%? So I will show you. It's funny going on X, like everyone, IQ of 3-year-old. Where is all this money? What does this mean? I'll give you a little clip here of this is how we all stop breathing. Social Security. Wait, I thought I already paid into that. What's going on? Health, human services, Medicare, Medicaid, defense, interest on debt, veterans benefits, education, stock market, cryptocurrency. And like what I said in yesterday's video, 50% of everything that is going on is the government. Back in the Great Depression, it wasn't. See, now we're like, so we can put it on the credit card and it kind of can look normal? That is until you have to start paying on it. We are now at the part of the we're going to stop breathing phase. Also, I've talked about debt to GDP growth. There's going to be no growth. It's done. The game's over. It's cooked. The debt's going to be printing. Be middle class next year. It's not going to be 150,000. It's going to be 200,000. Stock market will probably continue to go up like Africa, which is like 90% poverty. But wait, how can their economy and everyone be in poverty and their stock market is going up? Well, Dave, that's because the stock market and you have no correlation. And when your economy is 50% government, it's also known as communism or socialism or whatever ism you want to put on it. At the end, it all just is going to be one big dumpster fire. Make sure you know where the short button is. Look at this. So, okay, U.S. deficit grows by $300 billion in a here, let me zoom in on this month here. $300 billion. This is despite, look at all this money we're taking in. Sorry about the inflation. Look at all this money. So, again, sorry your prices keep going up. Pinky promise it's only 2%. Let me head over to my human calculator and find out what's $300 billion. What's 300 billion? Also, good afternoon. What's 300 billion times 12 months?
Good afternoon. 300 billion times 12 months is still 3.6 trillion.
3.6 trillion budget deficit. I'm going to go with, should I be scared?
Definitely a significant number. But rather than being scared, it's important to understand the context. Budget deficits can be managed through various economic policies. It's always wise to stay informed and consider how it might affect different sectors or investments. Do you have any specific concerns about it?
So I think people should subscribe to my channel so I can break this down for them.
Absolutely. Breaking down complex financial topics is a great way to engage your audience. If you explain the implications of a budget deficit clearly, they'll definitely appreciate it. Your channel could be a valuable
Thank you.
You're welcome. If you need any more tips or help with your content, I'm here.
Also, if for some reason you want to learn about this AI stuff, how I use it, how you could use it in the stock market, an hour and 55 minutes. I got to do something. We got to get rid of, I'm throwing in a free bear market course. It's $2.99. The whole thing, the whole kit and caboodle. I teach you from start to finish how to trade. AI is included. Well, kinda. Every day we let in 10 more people to test out the platform. Please do not email me saying, hey, I want to be, you're coming. I currently have 46,000 students. So just hold on. I do with the whole budget deficit thing. Also, so what it is they collect tax from you. They steal it from you. And we're short 3.4 trillion and then 6 trillion and then 100 quadrillion. We're at this exponential curve where it goes straight up and then we all stop breathing. But hey, I guess there's nothing to worry about because the stock market went up. Also, I used to get a lot of heat when I'm like, I'd always bump the debt clock a couple of years and be like, when Trump's done, everyone was like, shut up, you don't know what you're talking about. It's going to be down. We're cutting spending. Bravo. And I'd say things like, well, did you see what he did last time? Yeah, no. I've always used the thought of if you want to know what someone's going to do, let's say dudes, you're dating a young lady, look at their past. Because character is a tough one to change. It is possible. If you throw in the God component, all things become new. Besides that, may God be with you. Maintaining, Grok, since he's around. A 29 billion monthly deficit would add only 14 trillion, ballooning it to 51 trillion. The crowd goes wild. Guys, this is America. What I would like you to do just for a moment, take a moment here and imagine what your taxes is going to be. Remember when I used to get a paycheck and it would be okay? And it's kind of cool that I don't get taxed on tips, but my paycheck's gone, and currently no one's showing up. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and squirrels, with all of this money printing, because it's happening at the Treasury, it is not Jerome. He's coming next. So much money, and we are still not breathing. That just goes to show you I've been right this whole time. People like Dr. Lacey Hunt. You should probably maybe listen to him a little bit. Shot of tequila, Lacey Hunt, he'll put you right asleep. The point is, they're stealing all of your money from you, and it's all going government. I was hoping this administration would just tighten this, whatever we tighten, I don't even know. Because we're going off a cliff anyways. Just let it go. Let's just go through it, come out the other side. Let's stop hiding from our past and just deal with the truth. Oh, in breaking news, you want to see another one from the Cleveland Fed CPI? This is rent index. Oh, see that green here? Oh, see right on the tip. Okay. Oh my gosh. Is it time? Okay, but it stopped there. Wait, hold on. Oh no, it just keeps going. Within seconds, down 10%. So when I say the housing market, the economy is going off a cliff, it is. And this is the economy. Chipotle, Java, and other fast casual restaurant chains are finally hit by consumer slowdown. Also, can I just help you guys for a second when it comes to maybe you living longer instead of eating out? Eat out. Go ahead. I don't care. Do what you want. I'm not a doctor. I only play one on YouTube, and these are actually police chiefs. They're here to save you. Get something like this. Look, this is what I just had. Ground beef. Okay, just cook it up, and then put this in the microwave for 2 minutes and put some butter on it. You're done. It's like that. You get 100 grams of protein and all your numbers fall off a cliff and you don't have to go to the doctor all the time because you're actually eating real food. Then the next day, because you want to spice it up, do this one in rice. Then day 3, you can do chicken meatballs and rice. Just that, you'll live longer. You'll feel so healthy. You'll sleep well at night. And then if you pick up one of these, oh my gosh, can you just imagine being strong and healthy? And hey, just to let you know, gentlemen, I've never met an old man that goes, man, I wish I didn't have so much muscle. No, being strong has been so burdensome. I never wanted to pick up my grandkids anyways. I was actually commented, and it was like a few weeks, maybe a week ago. I don't know. The kids are coming out all the time. I had both of them. I came up, and some of you guys are like, wow, that was really good. I only work out for maybe 20 minutes a day. I do this, the tonal. That's not me. That's the trainer. 20 minutes? See, that's actually me. That's my spot. I am going to brag just a little bit. I'm kind of excited. I'm 94% stronger than all tonal members, excluding LeBron James. He's stronger than me, and he can put a ball in a hoop better than me too. But how about that? I'm able to save you money, extend your life, and you don't have to eat that stuff. Oh, and by the way, Chipotle was a subsidiary of McDonald's, even though the word subsidiary, I guess, is a big word for my mouth. All right, so now let's talk about the Fed and if they're going to cut. Yes. All right, solve that. How much? 25. I'll show you. Why is that? Well, it's because the S&P 500 is at all-time high. Perfect time to cut. NASDAQ all-time high. Bitcoin all-time high. Congratulations. Gotta pump the bags. Gold all-time high, silver all-time high. Let's cut rates. Also, if you want to know how I know this, is because I'm a macro genius. No, just turn on a little chart here. It's the Fed funds rate. They just follow it because all they do is follow. They can never be ahead of it because then they'll look like they're not in control, which they're not in control. Also, we have a bull steepener. I know it's a macro word. Just skip it. It's bad. It's growth and inflation expectation. No, that's a big one. Growth. We have no growth. So we have no growth. Inflation, that's going away. And yes, it's always going to be sticky. It's not like you're going to go to your barber and he's like, you know what? We're slashing haircuts from 100 to 50. The bull steepener is when the 2 moves faster than the 10, and that's what's happening. And this is the 2, and it's on the move, kids. Look at this thing just collapse. So the Fed actually, I drew a line there. That was my guess a month or 2 ago. I said, now if I click delete, I can delete this. Right now we're right here. I say they're going to go right to that line right there. That's just my guess to Rooney. I guessed it over here. I guessed it right there. I said they're going to drop it right here because you can't go down here. You can't go below what the market's showing. And all the Fed does is nothing. It's a Fed funds rate. It's interbank lending. Oh, and for those of you that are thinking this is a great time, everyone's rushing to mortgage refinancing. Demand shoots up 23% because rates are coming down. You probably want to wait for what your banker says. He didn't subscribe to my channel, so he doesn't know how to work these charts. And all the bankers lie anyways. Jamie, this is like just like 08. We're just getting started. Our bank, like inflation, JP Morgan Chase, right? They always want you on the opposite side. Issues, inflation warning sends one catalyst will trigger the next big wave. He's lying to you. And you want to know what else isn't going to lie to you? The charts won't lie to you, even though they speak out one side. Yeah. Also, for those of you that took out like my watch list, I have watch lists. Crypto, and I keep getting emails, which I'm going to go, okay. You want me to give you a big hug? Okay. I was actually working with a guy last night going over charts, and he shows me a strategy, and it's every morning. It's the same thing that I teach you. Beat down. This is on the NASDAQ every morning. Trades. This is on like the 3-minute. Picks up, rise and shine. Again, you can't do this if you don't know how to do it. He trades futures, which now I have to say, because that's been a $1,000 course for, I don't know, what, a year. If you would like, and I wait to the very last minute of the video, $199. Zip it. Grab it. You'll never see it again. Actually, my introductory price. But yeah, he trades futures. And boom, but again, you got to learn how to do this. Actually, I teach you this in the futures. Came in and he's like, yep, I work a few hours, maybe, I don't know, a few minutes. $4,250, one contract. And he's like, it sets up like this every morning. But if you want to learn how to trade futures and you avoid the PPP rule, pattern PDT rule, right? You can only do 5, whatever. That's why one of the reasons why I launched this course. We're like, I got no money. Or it was, they only let me trade 5 times or whatever, because you need 25,000. But anywho, get off your booty and start making digits go up while they lie to you, pump their bags, lie to you some more, print more, because you got to do something to make it in middle class, because 150,000 middle class is going to 200,000. Let me tell you, Roberto, you're not going to do it by working your job. I don't think they're going to give you a pay raise. With that, I love you. I will see you tomorrow.